Hello everyone! I'm going to be doing my very first unboxing, probably the most exciting one I will ever do, because inside this box is the prototype for the first game I've ever designed. So I thought I'd do a little look at how things come from the Gamecrafter. So, without further ado, there are actually two games in here. They're both in the same universe. So I have the first one. This is a little sort of two-player game. Now, one thing that I didn't realize is that when you build the box, it's actually in two big pieces that you can see the outsides of each one when it's together. I think there's a little white sort of section that comes up from the base that the top section sits on. Now, I put all the little dudes there because I thought that they'd be hidden behind the top spot of the box, but still pretty cool. The printing all looks pretty good. The colours are very nice on the front. I can't remember what they look like exactly on the files. My monitor's probably not set the best for doing this sort of stuff. I'm not very good at that sort of thing, but I am pretty happy with how they look so far. The plastic's pretty good. It looks a bit cheap on the back. It has these little sort of rubbery stress marks, I guess. I don't know what else you'd call them. The other one is very similar. These are the large Pro retail boxes, I think they're called. They don't feel super strong. The top's kind of got a bit of give to it. But they look pretty nice. That's way too bright. You can't see a damn thing. There we go. So the sides are pretty similar. They just have weird things on them. This one's a cooperative game. The other one's a little two-player battle thing, but set with the same characters. And let's open them up and have a look what's inside. Alright, we're going to start with the two-player one. It's the simpler game. One thing that I didn't really think of, or something I would have liked to have done, was put this in a smaller box to kind of be more indicative of the size of the game and how fast it's going to be, because this is more of a sort of 20-minute, really quick two-player sort of thing. But these boxes are awesome, and I'm pretty happy to have these on my shelf, even if I never make the real game. You know. Alright. Break the plastic. This is very cool. Okay. Apologies for my desk being all kind of gross, but let's just deal with it. Alright. So the wrap is not amazing. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not stuck down crazy well, but it's pretty good. The top looks awesome, which is all that matters really. Has more of this paper nonsense in it. These cubes are smaller than I expected. I didn't really think of measuring them against the board, but they look pretty nice. They're just the, what are they called? The clear ice blue and red. They're pretty nice. Alright, our board. This is the large quad fold board. It looks pretty nice. The colours are pretty decent. Obviously the safety line is pretty generous. You can see along here, all of these vines were well within the cutting line on the actual file, and I think the safety line was probably just around where that line was, so I was a bit silly putting it that far over, but it does the job. It looks pretty nice. It's nice and big. I'll have a look at that with the tiles on them as well. Get rid of this, more paper holding all this nonsense together. Alright, well, you can see the burn marks. So because this is done with their laser nonsense, they have burn marks on them. Apparently that fades after a while, I hope, because that's... Good God, look at that. You can see all the burn marks on there. How do we get this stuff out? Alright, one by one. Is that going to come off? I hope so. It's pretty important you don't see what they are. Now obviously I got the large ones. These ones cost about, what are they, $2.80 or something per sheet. Now you can get the same in a medium size, which is slightly smaller, and obviously they set them so you get a whole bunch more per sheet as well. So it's a lot cheaper to get the smaller size ones. but they're pretty good quality. I think they're 60 point. They're not super thick like some games, but they look nice. Really important for this prototype, because whatever, it's a prototype, things are going to be broken and I'll have to do things again, but they look pretty nice. Now that's pretty much it for the 2-player game. It's a whole bunch of these tiles with different creatures on them, so that's all that goes in the box, which is why this box is way too big for what this game actually is. As happy as I am to have this on my shelf, like I said, it's just kind of silly as a final retail product. But the other one, which I'll show in a second, is much more deserving of a bigger box because it has more bits. It's a bigger game, big cooperative sort of nonsense. Let's have a look at that. Alright, this is Dream Forest Adventure. Honestly, the name's pretty terrible, but it'll do for the prototype, like most things. Okay, now let's hope for the best. This has a whole bunch of dice stickers, different kinds of tiles, cards. I'm interested to see how the cards turn out. The sticking on this lid is a lot better than the other one. You can see it's the same dude sort of down here. It's actually sitting on the board. That's nice. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. These are little glass meeple dudes. They're pretty cute. I got the purple one because it's my favourite colour. Purple's awesome. Very nice. Whole bunch of dice. Little dice bag. They seem pretty good. They look exactly the same as the ones I got from, what's it called, blankdice.co.uk or something like that. They put the link down somewhere if anyone cares. Otherwise get them from Gamecrafter because they look exactly the same. And my cards. Now let's have a look at these little tokens. Because these go into the bag and it's important that they feel the same more than looking the same, to be honest. Do they even pop out? Yes. Golly, they're tough. Alright. Those are really thick. Well, they feel thicker. I imagine they're the same thickness as the big boards, just because they're little, they feel a lot cooler. Little strawberry tokens. My camera's terrible, so they don't look amazing there, but they look pretty good in real life. Again, my colouring's a little bit off. I was hoping they'd be a bit more prominent, the little seeds on the strawberry, but they look nice all the same. There's some strawberries, some little tokens, baddie tokens, more berries, baddies. Alright, now I didn't actually read this. This game contains laser cut components. Laser cut items will have a slight amount of soot around the edges, which can easily be wiped off. There you go. Alright, they also have a campfire smell for about a week once opened. Oh my god, they do. They smell amazing. That is cool. Okay. Let's have a look at these. Now these little things, oh, they're actual boards. I didn't think these would be that thick. That's cool. Alright. Okay, these are our little player aids. Player aids. Pretty self-explanatory. Am I holding them upside down? No. Not, yes. What am I doing? That way. I'm trying to look at 3 screens at once. Alright. So that just tells you what you do on your turn, and then a breakdown of what the dice actions do. That's kind of obvious. Alright, so there's 4 of those. It's 4 players. We've got, these are the, what size are these boards? 2x8s, I think. They're really solid. They're all pre-cut, which is awesome, and in a nice little baggie. That feels much sort of cleaner and nicer than the others. The actual burn marks on this I don't care about because that's actually kind of nice. So I've got Dream version, Nightmare version of the, what do you call it? It works like Arkham Horror, sort of, where you have normal version, harder version, if you cooperative something. I can go through what the games actually play like, if anyone cares. I thought people would care more about the pieces. Obviously I only have 2 that are actual gameplay elements. These ones are ones so I can add later in prototyping, so I can do different sorts of games, see how we go. More tokens. These ones are the medium chits or something, medium something token chit somethings. Same thickness, bit bigger, just as nice. So the other ones were the small chits, tokens, whatever's things. So we got some bulbs, some big baddies, and some dream crystals or whatever the hell I called them. Alright. More things. Okay. That was my phone going off if you heard that. Isn't that exciting? Alright. Get out of there. Alright. Now, that's annoying, look at that. It's already broken. I don't think that was me as I pulled it out, but who knows. Oh, there's two, okay. Oh, jeez, they're going everywhere. Alright, these are these are the Hex Tokens. Hex boards, whatever. Now I think that's the biggest hex board you can get. They're not huge. They're kind of nice. Sorry, I'm showing my disgusting desk. It's actually just old and weathered. It's not actually that gross. Now, one thing, we'll see if these actually fit together. If I did the art properly, we shall see. They kind of line up. It's pretty obvious that things link to things. That's alright. I like it. The pawns aren't too big. Let's have a look. Alright, purple, because purple's good. Go along the road, little purple man. It works! The game works! The game's amazing! I didn't put it in the shot though. Here we go. Look, that's what you do. That's the game. Done. Amazing. Perfect. Just what you want. More things. More things. More hex things. Now I only got the large ones to show, but they're pretty good. Alright. This is really small. I thought this was heaps bigger. I didn't really look at the dimensions. Now obviously this says it's a rulebook. It's completely empty. Isn't that exciting? But oh, I did that wrong. Whoops. Did I just miscount? What have we got? That was stupid. That was a huge blank. Alright, so that was obviously just completely my fault that I didn't count the pages properly. I finished the files for this at about 2 AM, 4 AM, when I actually uploaded stuff, and this was the last thing I did. So it makes perfect sense that it's completely screwed. So obviously that was supposed to wrap around and that be the back. Not that it matters, because I really just kind of printed it to see what the colours and things were like, and they look really, really good. This is all really clean, nice and shiny, super clear. You won't be able to see on the camera because my camera's terrible, but this is all very well defined. So, which is what you want for a rulebook. You want it to actually be legible. Legible is good. And not last, because I haven't looked at the cards yet. Alright, stickers sheet things. Now, did I print the right amount of stickers? Because I did this late in the game as well. That would have been disappointing if I didn't print the right sticker sheets. Okay, so these are all going on the dice. Do they peel off easily? Yeah, they look really easy to peel off. That shouldn't be too much of a pain. They seem to all... I keep thinking this is an extra thing, but that's just a black streak on the pages themselves. There should be more of the bad guy heads than the other stuff. 1, 2, 3, yep, alright, I'm sure it's fine. Alright. Cards. Apparently when you get the cards, they're all mixed together. It looks like that's exactly what's happened. So, these are all a whole bunch of different decks. And we'll see if we can separate them all. Events. Dudes. Events. Dudes. Events. Dudes. Sorry, I know I'm doing this upside down because it's the right way up for me. Apologies. Not that I really care about what's on the cards, but the quality of everything. Let's see. Trimming wise, I kept everything pretty safe within the margins. So I don't see why there should be any issues, as in the safety lines and stuff. Wow, that's different. Oh, that's my... So I printed, these are the events, one thing happens every turn. I printed a bunch that I could write on, so I'll put those separate. That way I can add them to the deck when I want to change things. I can write on this stuff as well, I guess. But they look so pretty. Everything's a lot darker than I thought it was, or well, than it looked on my screen, because as I said, my screen is not set for this stuff. Dudes. Yeah, so this background, a lot less dark on my screen than it is here, but that's alright. People like contrasty things. It's just more contrasted than I expected, so that's okay. They look nice. That one's more colourful than I thought it would be, which is cool. I like it. It's really nice. Alright, so that is the Gamecrafter large retail box. There's a little white bit I was talking about, I don't know if I mentioned that. Everything comes pretty well packed separately. Everything looks really nice. It's all trimmed pretty much as you expect. that big board was slightly more off than I thought it was from the other game. That was probably my fault. I'm not, yeah, who knows. It was probably my fault. Let's not say anything too bad about that. It still looks nice. It does the job for a cool prototype. I didn't look at this baggie. I assume it's good. It looks like a bag. It's fine. It's good. Right, if you want to see how to play either of these games, if you're even mildly interested, I can do a little run through maybe, let you know how broken they are and you can see the bits in action. It might be kind of interesting. Other than that, I think we pretty much covered all the stuff that would be interesting to people who are looking at using the Gamecrafter. It's a pretty cool service, super expensive to get it to Australia. If you're in America, I don't see why you wouldn't use this for pretty much every other prototype when you made a big change, because this is just amazing. I'm really looking forward to playing with this. It's going to be a heap of fun. I think it'll look really cool on the table, even if it doesn't work as a game yet. I'm very impressed, very happy, and somewhat proud to have made this, which is nice. It's a nice feeling. So thank you, the Gamecrafter, and thank you for everyone watching, all three of you that clicked on it when I posted this on Reddit or whatever I'm doing with this, because this is the first video I've ever made. But I thought it would be something interesting to people, so thank you very much. Bye bye. Alright, so I've just been punching all the bits, and I don't think they were kidding about all that soot. Look at that thumb. That's from punching like 4 boards. Oh, that's good.